channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika. Hold on. Okay, I'm Lady Nika. We're gonna talk about Empire. Child, this is hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. I had an interruption as I was recording for my grandson. Child, I'll be glad when these people move out my damn house and take their kids with them. Alright, Empire, Tameness of the Wolf, Season 2, Episode 13. We're going to start it off with Rhonda and Andre going into the Empire building as they are having a memorial service for Camilla the mountain lion, okay? And Hakeem up there giving this fake ass speech about how much he loved her and you know how she was such a creative genius and things of that nature, and how it will continue, her vision will continue on, her Anthony and Cleopatra line will continue on with Rhonda as creative director over the clothing line, okay? Child, who cares? I'm not convinced she dead yet, so I'm not gonna get too deep into this. Next we go to Lucius. He's in his old office, and he's sitting up in there in the seat, look like he's salivating to be back at Empire. Child, here comes Hakeem, Andre, Cookie, and Jamal. And of course, you know Hakeem feeling some kind of way, talking about you just couldn't wait. He said, nah, I'm just keeping your seat warm for you. Anyway, an argument ensues, okay? They start arguing about shit like, Hakeem killed Camilla. He don't want nobody saying that he did that. Lucius saying, well, motherfucker, you the one sent the damn videotape to Mimi girl and set all of this in motion. But Hakeem ain't trying to hit it, and Cookie ain't either. She stops, paused, and put an end to that bullshit, tell them what each one of their jobs and responsibilities is, and then she goes into telling them, well, do y'all know what this coming Sunday is? And everybody knew it was her birthday. She said, could y'all please just give me a nice family dinner that's drama free. This is my first birthday in 17 years that I am breathing free air, and I'm just asking my family to do that one thing for me. And I'm sitting here thinking, girl, good luck with that. Next we see Lucius and Cookie. They head down to Philly to Lucius' old stomping ground where to tap into his childhood, since that's the direction the boom 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 bang, 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 bang. I like that song. That's what the direction they going in with that. He ain't gonna do none of that there medieval bullshit he was gonna do. Well, they pull up to what I thought was his old house, but no, it's where he first slept as an orphan when he ran off from the neighbor house after his mom committed suicide. And Cookie wonders how he got there and where was his mom, because she don't know the story yet, okay? He don't want to really tell her, and she basically telling him, Lucius, if you want this to be a success, you're going to have to come clean and tell it all soon, okay? Next, we're going to go over here to Spanish Mamacita and her crew. They out there on tour with Tiana. Now, it's beef because Mamacita and crew is deciding that they're going to perform overtime, meaning that she's cutting into Tiana's time, okay? That's pissing Tiana off. Becky telling her that she can't do shit like that. Mamacita says she only trying to hype up the crowd, but what she ain't telling is Hakeem is the one that told her to do that. He said when they in smaller cities that she could go over a song or two and it will generate hypeness and then give them more exposure. But ain't nobody don't nobody know that but Mamacita and them, right? And she ain't telling. Next we got Hakeem and Jamal. They rolling through the hood, just stop by to say what's up. And we see them going to this courtyard full of kids. The kids realize that they celebs. They know their faces. They got posters and everything, but they looking for free to loaf. This one kid said, what you looking for free to loaf for? My ball is way stronger than hers. Of course, Jamal tell him, let me hear him. And the child does. And he good. I ain't gonna lie. He sounded really, really good. Then Hakeem jumps in there. He does his little rap thing. And of course, as always, we see Jamal got to incorporate song into any type of rap competition. They do that shit, and then here up comes Frida Loaf. They asking her about getting on this track with Jamal, right? Okay, she's saying, look, let me tell you something. Y'all want me to get in this. Oh, okay, you want me to go against Lucius. She said, I'm not going against Lucius. Lucius ain't never did nothing to me. He been like a father to me. Hakeem said, you proud of that? She was like, I ain't got nothing to do with what y'all got going on with Lucius. He ain't did nothing to me, and I'm not going to go against him, basically. I don't know what he did to y'all, but he ain't shitted on me yet. And basically, they tell her, give him time, okay? Well, she say she staying loyal, and she walk off and tell them, you better get your ass out this neighborhood before you get hurt, okay? Now, Becky is seen coming into the office with Hakeem and Jamal, showing them this iPad that has the story of trouble on the tour, with them fighting because Laura and crew is now cutting into Tiana's stage time, and she's threatening to quit. She told Hakeem, you only been CEO 5 minutes. This isn't a good look for you. And Jamal said, you need to stop sleeping with your artists. And Hakeem say, well, why? I mean, you can't do that as CEO. But he decides he gonna go on down there and try to fix that mess, because he know why they doing this shit. He know what the big deal is. He set it in motion, okay? Now, at the set of Lucia's video, he not satisfied and wants to relocate it outside. Cookie like, you're not finna mess up my creativity like that. In my opinion, the reason why, and y'all excuse that noise in the background, because this is what happened when other people and their children live with you. I'm sorry if y'all hear that. I try to edit it out, but I can't promise, and I'm not starting over again. But anyway, child, I think he was upset because it was too real for him, and he feeling some kind of way about that. She stops everything and puts everybody out for a 10-minute break. That to include that reporter Harper that he had shadowing him to get the story on the White Walker or whatnot. She called that girl Purple Passion. I fell out. I said, no, not Purple Passion. Well, as this about to happen, we see Frida Low coming in. And she was noticing the changes and stuff. And Lucius say he decided to go in a different direction. She was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can keep on what I got on. And that's when he tells her part was, he took her part out. And she was like, huh? I helped write the song. Lucius tried to placate her, talking about, just let me get in touch with you next week and we can sit down and have lunch. But she not having it. She see it for what it is. That's that betrayal, girl. That's that betrayal that his sons was warning you about. So she leaves, and of course she goes straight over there to Jamal, and Jamal looked at her and knew what had already happened. He got you, huh, girl? Well, they talk about their fathers and the hold they seem to have on them. And Frida Low tell us she feel like her dad still got a hold on her. And he did. So he tell her, well, let's put our emotions into music. And they do it. And it sounded better. It sounded a whole lot better with her on there than that squalling he was doing earlier. Now, let's go back to Lucius and Cookie, okay? She asking what really went on between him and his mom. And she said he going to have to put it out there if it's going to come off authentic. He asked her, why should he? She said, because I did 17 years for a man. I didn't even know his name. That was the aha moment, okay? He tells her his mother wasn't trying to harm him. Remember, we kept seeing them water scenes. She wasn't trying to harm him, but she had an issue. She had a mental issue, and what she thought she was doing was basically cleansing him, baptizing him. When she snapped out of it and realized what she had did, she was mortified by that, and that's when she started looking for bullets and things like that. She finally found one and eventually shot herself right in his presence. Cookie is stunned at this because she knew none of this, and she's asking him, well, who took care of you? He said, my neighbor came and got me, but I heard them talk about social services and welfare, and I ran away. And that's when he wound up sleeping under that lion at that house back in Philly. And they go back to the set, and Lucia's still visibly upset, as well as the kid playing him, because child, they started dousing this baby with water, and he like, hold up, you ain't paid me to die, you know. So Cookie had to go over there, and she basically, what she did was kill 2 birds in 1 stone. She eased Lucia's mind and this child. She telling this child that this is not for real, this is just a scene, this is for play. When this is over, you go back to your real life that's probably really good, and you safe while you're here. Nothing's gonna happen to you, I promise you. Child, and he don't know why he needs to stick with Cookie. Okay, that calmed that kid down, and apparently did Lucius as well, child. Okay, let me see, did I just do something? Okay, let's go down here to the concert. Now, Tiana and Menage a Trois did their thing. The concert finna get ready to end, but out comes Hakeem. And they do this song that none of us ain't even know that they was practicing for, with all three of them on there. They perform it, the crowd loving it. But if you ask me, Spanish Mamacita looked to be a little too young to have that old ass leather on her. She looked like that leather aged her. I ain't like that. Anyway, Jamal telling Cookie he gonna take her out for her special day because apparently nobody wants to be around Lucius right now. They mad, okay? Now let me add this before it escaped my damn mind. Andre supposedly done went to the doctor to get his medicine calibrator, and he did apologize to Love Drop for thinking she was cheating, okay? Now let's go to the party. Let's go to the party. She arrives there, she looking good, but she disappointed that none of her sons are there, and she sits at the table to have, she sit at the table to have dinner when Lucius has hit it, and all of a sudden we hear someone playing the piano, and she wondered, she like, I know you didn't get Stevie Wonder to come because they playing the Stevie Wonder rendition, happy birthday to you, yeah, that there right there. Well, she run over there, and throw them doors open, and it's all of her kids and Rhonda there, and they sing that song to her. She asked Lucius, how did you pull that out? He said, well, they love you more than they hate me. Okay? So Charlie was nice, it was really, really nice. They had their little dinner and stuff. And afterwards, Cookie tell them to come over to this room so that they could watch a preview of their dad's latest video. He's saying, no, it's not ready. She assures him, Lucius, I got this. Yes, it is. So she started playing it, and child, I already knew Andre was going to be the first one because it's depicting everything he done been thinking in his head while he been battling this bipolar disorder, okay? We seeing the blank stares and the contemplating suicides, playing with a gun. That took him back to that time last season or early on in this season when he was sitting in that studio trying to shoot himself and things. So he turned the music off, and he upset. He said, was your mother bipolar? Was my grandmother bipolar? Lucy said, I don't know. I ain't no doctor. But he had to go on and get a boy something because he see that Andre upset. Andre said, you let me sit up here for years feeling like an alien around here. Like I didn't know what was wrong with me. And you knew that my grandmother suffered from this. Why would you not tell me that? Lucy said he had no idea what it was and really what was really wrong with her. But he just know that she was a basket case and he was fucking embarrassed by her just like he embarrassed by him. I was like, Lucians, you do too much, child. Oh, I was so sad for him. Andre got mad as hell. He told Lucius, well, to hell with you. Lucius said, well, to hell with you. And Andre leaves. But he forgot his vanilla love drop. Later, we see Hakeem showing up at Tiana concert as it's letting out, and he goes up to Spanish Mamacita. He say he escaped the dinner that he had with his family because he wanted to come and be around her. He liked that closeness that her family got and the love that they genuinely share with each other, okay? He been thinking about her family and how they love and cherish each other because if you remember early on in the episode, Laura's family came backstage after one of her performances and they were so proud of her. Now her dad was a singer and I think he too made some accomplishments, but he want his daughter to soar above what he did. And Hakeem looking at that like, my dad would never be doing this type of stuff. Well, because he seen that, he wants that for his own life. So he wound up proposing to her and she accepted. I thought that was kind of crazy. I'm like, y'all, you proposing to, I guess, whatever. All right, whatever. Now, as they, embracing after she done said yes, we see Tiana come out probably the back way of the venue that they was in, getting ready to get on the tour bus as well. She realized what done happened. Her and Hakeem lock eyes, and she's smiling like she's okay with that. We gonna see if she okay with that. Next, we see Vanilla Love Drop, and you remember I told you Andre left her ass over there, so she just walking when all of a sudden a car pull up and it's Psycho Kitty, baby. It's Psycho Kitty, and she gets in. She's upset. She says she tired of this shit. Lucia let Andre married her for some type of identity and to help him out. She been spending the last 10 years of her life trying to protect Andre, never focuses on her, and she just need a break. Well, Psycho Kitty say, girl, you can come on and stay with me, girl. You can stay with me as long as you want to. And Vanilla Love drop agrees. Child, okay. Okay. Jamal, Hakeem, and Cookie in the studio when Frida Loaf comes in, and she like, what you doing here, Frida? And she's like, they telling her Frida here to lay some tracks. Cookie said, oh, okay, behind Lucy's back, but all right then. Well, her and Jamal go in the booth, and Frida starts spitting her part, and she mentioned that she Frank Gather's daughter. That caught Cookie immediate attention, baby. Cookie come up and through there. She stopped that music. She said, did you just say that you was his daughter? She said, yeah. She said, my dad was killed in prison. I don't know. And they don't seem to give a care, but I care. And she was like, Miss Cookie, you know my dad. Cookie was like, yeah, I know your dad. And she kind of like played it on off because she upset now, child. She told them they sound good together and keep up the good work, and she leaves up out of there. She upset with that shit because she know Lucius and Frank was in that prison together, and she know Lucius killed Frank. But that's where the hell that shit went off at. Next week we gonna see what else gonna go on, child. That was it. That was all, y'all. I won't be back till Monday. I'm taking a couple of days. I got some stuff I need to take care of. I need to get my money up because I done paid for this trip, but I got to get my money up. To the person that asked me, I will put my PayPal account information in the description box below. I'm not asking that you do anything, but if you choose to want to send some, then I appreciate it, child. I show you where your money went. I mean, it is what it is, but I appreciate the love and the offer of support. And I'll see you guys back Monday. Have a wonderful, wonderful remainder of your weekend, honey. As we go into it, stay safe, love on each other. Don't be trying to expose no goddamn body. And I'll see you guys back Monday. Peace.